see, we're still on 1.2. We are fine-tuning our skills of identifying algebraic expressions. Number 1, 1a. What is the first term? What is the fourth term? 1, 2, 3, 4. Positive 8. What is the coefficient of the first term? What is the coefficient of the first term? If we looked at our notes, we would see that the coefficient is in front of the variable. -1 is the coefficient, 2 is the coefficient, 6 is the coefficient. So we're looking for the number in front of the variable. What is the coefficient of the first term? 3. What is the constant term? A constant term will never change. What is a constant? A constant does not have a variable, therefore it can't change. Here, I can have x be 1, I could have x be 2, I could have x be 100. It varies because it's a variable. A constant will always stay the same. -2 will never change. It is the constant term. What is the exponent of the first term? What is the exponent of the first term? Here's my first term, and here's the exponent, 2. What is the exponent of the fifth term? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Here's my fifth term. What is the exponent? We know from taking notes previously that if I don't see a number, it's understood to have a 1 for an exponent. It's also understood to have a 1 as a coefficient if I don't see it. So the exponent of the fifth term is 1. How many terms are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We know that terms are separated by plus and minus signs. So there's 1 term, 2, 3, 4, 5 terms. What are like terms? What do we have for like terms? I have a 3x squared. Do I have any other x squares? No. There's a constant of -2. Are there any other constants that don't have variables? I need to go back and put that here as well. That is a constant term, 8. So those would be like terms, -2, 8. Those are like terms. Are there any other like terms? I have an x to the 1 power and I have another x to the 1 power. Those are like terms. And we have -4x and x. Those are like terms that I could combine together and simplify. You can do number 2. I will help you on number 3. We're combining like terms. All right, I don't have any parentheses, so I don't need to worry about the distributive property. I have a y term here, -9y, and I have a y term here, a positive 4.7y. I'm going to put those next to each other. I also have some constant terms, -7.6 and -6.5. Let's start by combining our y terms together. I see the decimal on the 9 comes right after it, so I'm going to put -9.0. This only has one decimal place, so 9.0 y. These are different signs, so I need to subtract them. The 9 needs to go on top of the 4. And this is a positive 4.7y. I have my variable in the same column. I've lined up my decimals. I added a 0 to keep my place value. Different signs means I'm going to subtract. 0 subtracting 7, I cannot do. So I'm going to borrow from the 9, and I'm going to bring over 10 and add it to 0, which would be 10. All right, I can do 10 subtracting 7. I'm going to bring down my y term. I'm going to bring down my decimal, and now I have 8 subtracting 4. When it's different signs, I subtract and take the sign from the larger number. This is going to be negative. Negative 4 and 3/10 y. Now I'd like to combine my constants. These are the same sign, so I need to add them up and keep the same sign. Let's see, negative 7.6, negative 6.5. They are the same sign, so I need to add them up and keep the same sign. Decimals are lined up. 6 plus 5 is 11, carry the 1. 7 plus 6 is 13, plus the 1 I carried is 14. Bring down my decimal. These are the same sign, so I need to add them up and keep the same sign. So that would be negative 4 and 3/10 y minus 14 and 1/10. One more. We have fractions. I need to do the distributive property first to get rid of these parentheses. 1/5 times p is 1/5 p. 1/5 times negative 10. Positive times a negative is going to be a negative. 1/5 times 10, I'm going to make that a fraction. And I'm going to cross cancel. I see 5 and 10 have a common factor of 5. 5 divided by 5 is 1. 10 divided by 5 is 2. And now I just multiply straight across. 1 times 2 is 2. 1 times 1 is 1. I also have, I'm done multiplying with my fraction. I'm going to bring down the rest of the expression. I have a positive 13p and then a minus 7. I'm looking for like terms. What can I combine together? 1/5 p, positive 13p. I have negative 2 over 1, which is just negative 2. I can combine negative 2 and negative 7 together. Those are like terms. Negative 2, negative 7. All right, let's start with our variable first. 1/5 p plus 13p. These are the same signs, so I'm going to add them up and keep the same sign. And then I have 13p. This would be my whole number column. This would be where my variable goes. They are the same sign, so I'm going to add them up and keep the same sign. I'm adding them up. I have my p I bring down. 1/5 plus 0 is 1/5. 0 plus 13 is 13. 13 and 1/5 p. Now I would like to combine together my constants. Negative 2, negative 7, those are the same signs, so I add them up and keep the same sign. You have one problem to finish for your homework.
When you pass in your homework, make sure you have all of your answers and your work that you did on your paper.